We're at Eden Allotments, which are the biggest allotment site anywhere in Northern Ireland. This site was established by Carrickfergus Council, and I like to think that I had played some part in it because about 4 years ago some people came to me wanting me to make representations to the council regarding setting up allotment sites. Carrickfergus Council, to be fair, acted very quickly. They took part of this playing field area, turned it into allotments, and I think they started off with about 40 to find that the demand was immense, and now we've got over 180 allotments on this site. And I think it's a great credit to the council that first of all they were far-seeing. Secondly, the people who use these allotments have done great credit as well by the way they tend them and look after them. The great value of allotment sites are first of all that they are a source of recreation. Secondly, they're a family resource. I mean, the number of times I come down here and you've got people with their families working on the allotment site. And the great thing, I think, from that point of view is that it helps youngsters to understand where their food comes from. There's no greater pleasure than seeing a youngster who has planted seeds, then finding what has grown and harvesting it. And that gives an understanding of how you grow food, where it comes from, all of the pests which can affect it. And of course, it gives them an interest in maybe the kinds of foods that they wouldn't normally eat if they didn't have the attachment to the fact that they had planted the thing, tended for it, looked after it. I think it also helps them to understand the whole agri-food industry because they know that they've got a weed around the stuff and all of the other work which has to go into it, and not that it just appears somehow magically out of a packet. The other thing, of course, is that at an age where we're looking for forms of exercise, there's no greater exercise, and I know all about it from working in the garden, than having to keep an allotment clear, to plant, to dig, and to prepare the ground, etc. And my aim is to try and ensure that councils throughout East Antrim, and indeed throughout Northern Ireland, embrace the idea of providing allotments. When I lived in Belfast, I had an allotment site myself for many years. I had no garden, and of course that's the other big attraction of a site like this. Many people now, because of building patterns, etc., live in apartments with no garden, either front or back of their house, and this is a way in which they can have this piece of open space and do something constructive with it. So congratulations to Carrick Council, they're in for an award. I know that fairly soon people from East Belfast are going to come and look at this allotment site, because when they build the East Belfast Greenway, one of the things which they're going to try and do along that greenway, which will run right from Belfast Lough up into the Castlereagh Hills, is to have little community allotment sites along it. And I hope that the vision that Carrick Council had here, and which has now practically seen the impact on the ground, will inspire people in other parts of Northern Ireland to try and spread the scope of allotments and create the enjoyment for individuals and for families that I think allotments can provide.